Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
There is a lot that has changed about the Earth that has made these things worse, right? I mean, these things are thriving because the water is getting warmer. And I think when we stopped calling it global warming for political reasons, but that's what it is, right? Our Earth is getting warmer, and there is just no doubt, I think, left that it is feeding these beasts.
This is why we have to think about climate change in relation to severe weather, in relation to how people can actually mitigate it.
According to the Post, quote, while storm frequency has not trended upward, research shows hurricanes in the Atlantic have become more intense, partly driven by higher sea surface temperatures linked to human-caused climate change.
How unusual is this, or how extraordinary is it to see a storm like this start in one body of water in the Gulf of Mexico, go over land, become a tropical storm, and then come back as strong as it has in the Atlantic Ocean, an entirely different body of water?
We've seen storms go from the Atlantic to the Pacific, back to the Atlantic. And with this storm, I think what stood out as, a weak storm and then just rapidly intensified. We don't see that often. And that is a connection with climate change.
If you look here, you can actually see, pretty interesting for your viewers, you can actually see a second eye wall forming around the inner eye wall, and that's basically the second eye wall has overtaken the original eye wall, and that should arrest development.
So listen, I'm just trying to get that. You said you want to talk about climate change, but what effect does climate change have on this phenomenon that is happening now? Because it seems these storms are intensifying.
I don't think you can link climate change to any one event. Okay. On the whole, on the cumulative, climate change may be making storms worse, but to link it to any one event, I would caution against that.
Okay. Well, listen, I grew up there, and these storms are intensifying. Something is causing them to intensify.
It's been remarkable to see this intensification process. Really, the late night and through early this morning had that happen. 85 to 86, 87, 88 degrees, those water temperatures, about 2 degrees above average. So we know that climate change is playing a role in kind of supercharging these storms that do get going.
According to the NPR, Florida's climate challenges are among the biggest in the country.
Yes, that's
hurricanes intensified by climate change, rising sea levels, extreme heat and drought, and health. This one's the worst one. Health threats from mosquito-borne diseases. Okay, this is the quote from Governor DeSantis about climate change. Quote, "I am not in the pews of the church of the global warming leftists." This is what he thinks about climate change, and now his state is getting hit with one of the worst hurricanes that they will ever see.
Younger Republicans absolutely know climate change is a crisis. It's an existential threat we have to deal with.